hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
Perfectly. Finally, I can hear you. Hi, everyone. Hi, Her Sosa. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for connecting through the social media. And this is UCTV. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Her. How are you?
Good, good. We have such an exciting program today. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Why don't you tell us about some of the guests that we're going to have and some of the great things that we're going to talk about?
Absolutely. We're gonna have an amazing people today. We're gonna have Victor Jimenez from Osha Film Festival, and also we're gonna have David Quinones from Gay Vista Social Club and Sunshine Festival. We're gonna have people from Care Resource. We're gonna have people from Unity Coalition, which is you and me, and more to talk about Monday because our talk show for today is keeping active, social, and sane what we
Mhm.
can do while we are in social distance is what we can do to keep alive while we are in social distance. So that's gonna be awesome here, Sosa.
So how are you keeping social distancing, Samantha? How are you doing at home?
Well, I'm doing good, just taking a lot of information like my Unity Coalition website every time that I need something and I tell to my neighborhood you need information about where we can find about everything that's happening with the coronavirus crisis.
Mhm.
I tell them go to unitycoalition.org or coalicionunida.org. If you do not speak English, we can help you with that. You can download the app and it's available for Google and Android. So that's the way that I can do it. And I do it at home wearing gloves and masks every time that I go out.
Fantastic. Before we get our show started today, I really would like to talk about a very sad situation. Actually, somebody that we lost this just today in our community, and that's Ron Bernesky. Ron Bernesky was one of the founders of Unity Coalition. He passed away from COVID this morning, and it's a very sad situation, quite honestly. He was controversial, not everybody got along with him, but he was very involved politically. He was also very involved on television. He was an outspoken individual for the LGBT community. He was outspoken in just about every aspect of it. And again, unfortunately, you know,
Share. Of course, this is one of our friends, one of our community that we lost for according to the COVID-19, and that's really sad and broken heart news for everybody. We lost our family, so that's why we want to encourage everybody just to stay alive, stay inside at home. Be careful every time that you're going out with your families and lover. Wear gloves and masks every time that you're going out, and also still informed. Go unitycoalition.org and check it out. The community resource that we have. We have a website and also for everything that you need to know, community resource para la comunidad, los recursos para la comunidad en estos momentos. Sabemos que estamos pasando por diferentes situaciones de depresión, situaciones que hemos perdido. Muchas de las personas hemos perdido nuestros empleos a causa de la crisis del coronavirus. Por eso le queremos dar la información que en Unity Coalition en la página tenemos recursos para nuestra comunidad. Si usted necesita cualquier información, puede acceder a nuestra página web coalicionunida.org o en inglés unitycoalition.org. Ger Sosa, continuamos. Ahora sí, ya están nuestros invitados. Where our guests, we have a lot of information. Remember, today, Monday 27, is going to be how to keep active while social distance. We practice social distance.
And
right?
we're gonna have Tiffany from Care Resource. We're gonna have Micah from Care Resource in a couple of minutes. We can't wait to see both of them and speak to both of them. But for right now, we're going to go first. We're going to go with David Quinones. He's wearing two hats today, and I know Victor Jimenez is also going to join us from Film Festival and from Gay Vista Social Club. Welcome, David. We're really excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. And you look lovely today, Samantha. ravishing.
Thank you so much, David. I love your hat. Oh my God, amazing. You're so handsome. Tell me about your outfit today.
I'm giving a little stay-at-home nautical realness. I got some chambray, little white nautical hat going on here. So.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So, what are you talking to us about today? Actually, we have Victor now. Victor's going to join us.
All right, awesome.
Welcome, Victor. No problem. We're thrilled you're here. We're thrilled you're here. Well, first and foremost, gentlemen, we're thrilled to have you, obviously, on our show here today. I know that you're both wearing a couple different hats, but let's talk about Outshine Film Festival first of all. Tell us what it is and how individuals can get involved, and what's the plan. I know that obviously life has changed for just about everybody in our community, and I'd like to hear what your plans are for Outshine Film Festival.
Well, first, the Outshine Film Festival, we're the largest LGBT arts and cultural event in South Florida. We've been around 22 years in Miami and 12 in Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
And we right now we would have technically just finished the Miami edition yesterday on April 25th, but that was not the case. So right now we are looking at Fort Lauderdale still being October 8th through the 18th, with Miami happening October 16th through the 25th. And we'll see what happens. Right now, based on venue availability, it looks like it's going to be a hybrid festival with some physical, some virtual. And obviously it depends on what the situation is then. It might become all virtual, but we're working on a hybrid festival. And we've already started some events virtually. We had a virtual gathering community screening last Tuesday, and we're bringing that back. It'll be the second Tuesday of every month, from now till October. And then we're also bringing our monthly Glow screenings back, which is the third Thursday of every month, as stuff that you can do through the festival virtually. And we're looking to bring even more things as time goes on. Those community events, those virtual events, we're going to have filmmaker and talents there for Q&As. We're going to make them more than just watching film, so it's a bit of an event, a reason for you to be there, socialize with your friends, meet some.
Victor, can you still hear us? Well, let's figure it out. David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Well, we figured it out what's going on with Victor. David, let me tell you something. Today we're going to talk in our live show about how we can keep active well social distance. Tell me about like how you can handle it with the quarantine time and social distance.
So one of the catchphrases I've been using when I'm speaking with everyone is you got to be socially interactive while you remain socially distant. Because I think a lot of people may feel that because we're being socially distant, they can't reconnect with others while still staying safe at home. So I've been, I'm not necessarily a fan of the word quarantine. I've been trying to use social interaction while social distancing. And how do we do that? It's taken what we normally do on a normal basis and how can we do it in a virtual sense? For instance, on my end, with the Gay Vista Social Club, we've taken our normal calendar and try to come up with creative ways on how we can make it virtual. So this past Saturday, we just had virtual karaoke with over 40 people tuned in for that event. And we actually made it a competition where you can tune in live and vote through your phone or the computer. So it was a really interesting experience, not the same as being there in live and hearing those beautiful voices on the microphone. But we try to recreate the experience as best as possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm so happy to hear that, everybody. Victor, I want to continue with you. You was talking about like upcoming events that you guys have for Sunshine Festival. Just I want to continue because there was a breaking in your voice and also the signal was very bad. Tell me more about like upcoming events that you guys are having and also what David Quinones was talking about, the social distance we can keep active, and stay alive.
Yeah, basically, we're going to be having 2 events per month starting in May, all the way through September. And then the point is not only just watching the movies, but making it a social experience before the films and after the films, bringing in filmmakers and talent to be there virtually to answer questions, be involved. if there's something based on whatever film is selected to make it more engaging, um, to do things like that. So everything will be dependent on the film and what we can do, but to make it more than just watching the film. Anyone can do that at home with Netflix. What the festival is doing is making it, how it would be going to the festival, where you get to socialize with different people, meet new people, and stay in contact with your friends. And that's what we're aiming at to do from now to.
And Victor brings up a good point. A lot of the times, right now, a lot of movie theaters are closed, and you can't go and see those blockbuster films. So, for instance, we had our first two films was Beautiful Thing. We did a dinner and a movie concept where obviously you can't go to a restaurant, so we bring the restaurant to you. So we had a cooking demonstration on how to make bangers and mash, which is a popular English British dish. We had how you can make cocktails since you can't go out to the bars. So we had a mixologist teach you how to make your favorite gin drink at home, and then you watch the movie. The idea is, I can just watch the movie on Netflix. I can watch it on Amazon Prime. You can. You could do that by yourself or possibly with your partner. But imagine, you can watch a movie with 20 of your closest friends virtually. And I think it's all about creating the moment and an experience before and after the film. It's not so much what the film choice is, or it's available on Netflix, but they're creating, Outshine, we're creating this platform where we're bringing people together, whether it's through Q&A. We had trivia. You can spin the wheel, and how much LGBTQ trivia do you know about films? We might have special guests on the show, behind the scenes footage. So, we really have the sky's the limit on how we can create these events for Outshine.
That's pretty amazing, guys. I want to say congratulations for everything that you've been doing. Right now, different nonprofit organizations, they're taking advance for this situation that's happening right now with the social distance. So I want to say thank you so much and congratulations for everything, guys. I want you to do it. I want you to encourage everybody to follow your account, guys, Social Vista Club, and also the Sunshine Field, where we can find that information about everybody want to know more about social Sunshine Field and also the Gay Social Club.
Yeah, definitely, like our website, outshinefilm.com, and then also, on Facebook and Instagram at Outshine Film. We're always basically updating the events there and all the stuff, and you can just learn about everything through there.
And for GVSC, we have an event almost every week, so it's very hard to miss what we have going on. Like I said, we just wrapped up our Queers Got Talent karaoke night.
We want to talk to you some more about Gay Vista, David. So hold that thought, because I got some more questions for you. But for right now, we're going to say goodbye to Victor. Thank you so much, Victor. And we are so thrilled about whatever new wonderful ways you're going to help us share out queer films through the Outshine Film Festival. We're really excited.
All right. Thank you very much, Herb.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victor.
So, David, talk to us. What else you got going for Gay Vista Social?
So just for a quick plug-in on Outshine, we do have Leave It on the Floor, which is going to be coming up on May 12th. And for those who don't know, it's basically the musical version of Paris is Burning. So if you are a fan of Paris is Burning and you love musicals, make sure you tune in for Leave It on the Floor.
For somebody that doesn't know what Paris is Burning, what is Paris is Burning, or what was Paris?
It's not in Paris. But it is about the New York queer ballroom scene, everything that went back in the days. It's inspired Pose, which is a very popular television show on FX. And there's a lot of things that is very, just the underground ballroom scene and kind of bringing it to light. And this movie is kind of like a musical version, so much of that. So I think that's really cool. For Gay Vista Social Club, we just had our Queers Got Talent karaoke night. We had an online social media contest where we gave out a $100 Visa gift card along with a $600 membership with Outshine Film Festival. And we created that contest because Miami Beach Pride, obviously, was postponed. And since we were partners in the parade, we said, how cool then us celebrating Pride through social media. So we created this contest called Category Is with a ballroom theme. And we had people enter videos, photos, GIFs, TikTok. And we chose a winner for each color and each category each day. And they won 2 free tickets to go to the film festival. And then one winner won the grand prize as well. So it was a really cool and exciting thing. this upcoming weekend for Cinco de Mayo, everyone's like, well, what are we going to do? We can't leave our houses. So we're going to create a virtual house party, which not quite sure if it's going to work out. But with Zoom, we have the opportunity to create different rooms. So if you go to the kitchen, you'll learn how to make tacos. If you go to the patio, you'll visit the bar and learn how to make a drink. If you go to the living room, you'll be able to play games with people. If you go to the bedroom, well, we'll leave that up for you to decide. But there's going to be different rooms inside our virtual house in order to experience Cinco de Mayo. And with Unity Coalition, you know, we have an exciting event that we're picking up again, which is our GVSC Game Night Tuesdays. Yes. Normally, we host it at the Hotel Gathering. And we wanted to figure out how can we do this virtually and why is it important to do virtually? So we are partnered up. We have our GVSC philanthropy program where we've donated over $5,000 in the last 2 years between two of our community partners. The first one is Gay Vista Scholarship Club, and that's through Unity Coalition. And we provide millennials, individuals, anybody, scholarships in the LGBTQ community. They can start a business. They can go back to school. Anything that the funding has been able to. We recently were able to donate $400 to the Emergency Tips Fund to help the hospitality workers, drag queens, waiters, anybody that was not able to, you know, unfortunately keep their jobs at this moment. We wanted to make sure that we were able to help them out with that as well. The other half of our program is Gay Vista Social House, and that sponsors through Lambda Living. And we provide funding for sustainable housing and social programming geared towards LGBT seniors. So we wanted to make sure that we cover all sides of the spectrum, whether you're young or whether you're elder. We do have a membership program where a portion of everyone's membership goes back to these two programs that we just said for philanthropy. And we feel we can have a good time, but it's also important to give back to the community as well.
And I got to say, David, really Gay Vista Social Club has been so incredible. And also Lambda Living, who also, you know, donated basically the funds that you had gifted them this season, you know, to really focus on the Emergency Tips Fund that we started. It's important to know that 100% of every single dollar that we get goes right back out into the community. There's no administration fee. There's nothing. We're absorbing all of that as an organization, as Unity Coalition, because it's that important. People don't have jobs. And, you know, even as we start to see things relax a little bit and businesses start to talk about going back into business, that doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. And it doesn't mean that a lot of these individuals are going to have jobs next week or next month for that matter. You know, even talking about going to bars and going to nightclubs, I don't know that that's going to ever be the way we've known it. So, you know, the next time you know, we joke about it, but, you know, on Friday or whatever day of the week or month this is, I don't even remember anymore. Whenever you pour that cocktail at home, think of that bartender that usually, you know, you have fun with and you enjoy it. Twist at Alibi, at, you know, Waterloo, anywhere, you know, Gathering. And throw some money, you know, this way towards that scholarship fund and the emergency funds. Think of the drag queen. Think of the, you know, the barbacks. Think of all of these individuals, your waiters, because they're hurting right now. They have no way of really making an income. Some of the performers have, you know, gotten creative and done some shows online. But even them, not everybody has that ability. Not everybody has that technology or the ability to be able to do that. So it's really important to help out. So I want to thank you for doing that.
And you bring up a good point. I know kind of like when I'm talking with people, they're like, is this the new norm? And, you know, when, let's say, you know, things go back to normal, you know, July or August, you know, the community may not be ready to go back to that bar or go back to that restaurant or go back to that movie theater. So I think it's really important to not settle and say this is the new normal, but how do you get creative to be able to, you know, have a mixture, you know, like Victor said, you know, what we're doing in Outshine, you know, it's a combination of physical festival and virtual festival. Mm-hmm. Even I've noticed for the millennials and the generations and the younger demographic, virtual is something that's really of interest to them. Sure. You know, I had a conversation with a couple of people and they were like, you know, maybe it's more interesting to do something on virtual than go into a physical location. So I think it's important that we look at both platforms. You know, the younger demographic may want to go to a virtual movie theater, so to speak, and watch the movie from home, whereas, you know, the older generation may want to actually go to theater. So I think it's really a good training and a tool for us to be practicing this now. So when we do get back to normal, we're able to do both sides.
Sure. I can tell you that at Unity Coalition, Celebrate Orgullo, which is one of our biggest events, it's going to be our 10th annual festival this coming October 1st through the 15th. And, that's a lot of days. And we pride ourselves in doing a big gala. We've done street festivals. We do all kinds of things. We do a great tie-in with Outshine Film Festival. And, we've taken a very serious look at our festival this year and basically started from scratch and realized, even no matter how good things get between now and October, they're not going to be like they were last year. They're not going to be like they were in January. So we've already made provisions to do practically every one of our events certainly as a virtual option. Some of them we hope to be able to also have an in-person element to it if people choose to come. But if not, we've completely, like I said, rethought of how Orgullo is going to be presented to the community and to the world. So I admire you for looking into doing that as well through Gay Vista and also obviously through Outshine Film Festival. Samantha, any other questions for David?
I'm so impressed at everything that Gay Social Vista Club is being doing virtually and everything that has been coming. You guys have been ready for the whole 2020, honey.
And you laugh about that, but we have the whole 2020 calendar planned. But now it's like, now we're going back as a team, and for those who may not know, Gay Vista Social, it's not just, me, it's a team. And it's really, we have an executive assistant, we have a marketing director, we have a membership director, we have event coordinators. So we're really, we have a meeting every Monday night at 8:30. How do we take the calendar that we already established and we know is good, and how do we make it virtual? I mean, the most difficult challenge I've had, and we've only had 3 events, was we had a scavenger hunt.
Right.
That's supposed to be you running around town, and it was Harry Potter themed. And we're like, how do we take that event and still keep it virtual? And they thought I was crazy. So we did a Wizards and Witchcraft Magical Mystery. It was a murder mystery virtual dinner party. And people role played the characters on camera. They got dressed up in costume. We did virtual teams and houses. We magically transported them to House of Gryffindor or House of Slytherin. And they role played the murder. And then they solved the crime together as a team. And people were like, we didn't have to run around town to be able to do this. We ran around virtually and saw the crime. And people were like, that is amazing. It took a lot of work and a lot of planning and a lot of creativity, but we were able to make it happen. And, that's just, it's sink or swim. We want to swim. So.
Who doesn't enjoy a good role play, David?
Everybody loves a good role play.
Everybody loves a good role play. So tell us one more time, how can we get involved with Gay Vista? Who do you welcome at Gay Vista Social Club?
So Gay Vista, our mission and our slogan is building friendships. We welcome anybody in the community to attend our weekly programs or events. It's all about building friendships, social engagement, and meeting new people. So for those of you who may be at home and, I'm fortunate enough to, have a partner and have my roommates, but some of you at home may not have someone. So, feel free to check out our events online. We want to make sure that we welcome everybody. You don't have to be worried about, I don't want to turn my camera on because, I'm scared. We want to encourage new people to check out our events. I can't wait to see Samantha at our Cinco de Mayo house party and see what she's wearing and break the virtual piñata and virtual margarita. But you can check us out. Our website, gvscmiami.org. We're very active on Facebook. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, and we have Snapchat. Instagram, we've been doing a lot more live lately. So definitely, we are running contests online. We're going to be having an upcoming contest coming soon on our Instagram. So make sure you tune in for that. But we're virtually everywhere, so to speak.
I'm so happy for that, David. Thank you so much for everything that you've been sharing with that community, with Gay Vista Social Club and also the Sunshine Festival. And it's the time to continue. David, thank you so much. We have more guests. We want to talk more about this. We want to encourage that people and follow you on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And thank you so much for sharing that with us, David.
Thank you, David, so much for being with us.
Love for Samantha, love for her.
And you're welcome anytime back on.
All righty. Thank you.
So, Samantha, now we have a really, really other exciting group of guests. Can't wait. First of all, let's talk about a little bit about our sponsors. Tell us who our sponsors are.
Yes, we have the amazing pleasure to announce today that our show, being since the beginning, our show is being sponsored by Gilead and Care Resource, and also two speaker that we have today is going to be from Care Resource. So we have more about to talk about these days because we are talking today how to keep active social while we are in social distance, how we can do while social distance we are stay at home, we can stay alive, we can talk with the people, we can have social communication but keeping that distance. So care resources, if you want care resource, if you want to get communication with them, there is so many information that you can follow right here. You can see right here they have their website careresource.org, and also you can do a telehealth, which is like you can connect with the doctor over your phone, you don't have to go out of the house. So they have a different service. So are they ready?
So you mean right over here?
oh oh yeah.
Right over here.
Yeah. Oh, that one, yes. Sorry.
Wonderful. Yes, actually, we have some incredible guests coming on. Tell us who our guests are.
Yes, our first guest is gonna be Mika. She's a prep navigator and also an amazing woman. She's from Care Resource. And also we have her beautiful name is Tiffany. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Well, I'm sorry. Hey, welcome, my beautiful sister. How are you?
Hi, ladies. We're so glad you're on. We really appreciate you being here. Tiffany, wonderful. Thank you for being with us. First of all, how are you both doing? How are you doing with quarantine? Tiffany?
We're actually doing pretty well. We're handling it. It's definitely different, but we're gonna make it through. So we're doing great.
Yes, that's the way it is. And also, Mika, how are you doing? How's everything?
Everything's the same.
Everything is being the same, which can be like the same, everything is the same. But ladies, let me remind today that we're gonna talk about keeping active and social scenes. How you can handle in this quarantine. I know that it's really frustrated. Some of the time we get depression and like everybody, we wanna go out. But personally, I wanna start with Tiffany, how you can handle this situation. What is your personal opinion that you can share with everybody?
Okay, so I'm a licensed mental health counselor. So what we've been seeing is that a lot of clients are experiencing a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of PTSD symptoms, and that's extremely normal at this time. This is something that none of us have ever encountered before. So I just want to remind individuals to just be kind to yourself, be gentle, take it easy with yourself, and use this opportunity to kind of take a look at the situation for what you can control. We're looking at this entire pandemic and we kind of feel powerless, but there's a lot that we can control in this situation and how we come out on the other end, right? So I just want to instill that for everyone to know that what we're talking about today is you taking that power and making sure that we come out of this better and not bitter. So one of the things that I always encourage clients to do, that if you are experiencing mental health symptoms such as like extreme anxiety or depression or PTSD symptoms, I want you to reach out to a behavioral health specialist. You don't have to go through this alone. So I always want to encourage individuals to reach out to a professional so we can go ahead and alleviate those symptoms. But on your own, like everyone was saying, we're talking about social isolation. That means that, I'm sorry, social distancing, not isolation.
Yes.
Excuse me. So we're distancing from each other, which means that we can't come in contact with each other like how we normally would. And a lot of us are defined by our work. We're defined by the people that we hang out with and the places that we go. So this is kind of different for everyone. But I think we're doing a really great job at becoming creative for how we choose to connect with one another, right? So I'm encouraging everyone to pick up the phone, call people, text message people, use social media. Let's use these avenues to kind of stay connected. There are a lot of virtual classes. I take virtual yoga class, dance classes, all these type of things in order for us to be able to stay connected with one another. And that's really important. Something else I want to kind of touch on is that we're kind of losing the concept of time, right? The days are kind of running into each other. The nights are kind of running into each other. And we don't have a set.
Usually happening every day. You don't know,
Right?
like, is this a Saturday or a Friday? Is this Monday?
Tuesday they're all the same. But
Yeah.
I'm encouraging everyone to still kind of keep some type of routine. So what I encourage people to do is definitely have a morning routine. I've always had a morning routine, and it's really, really helpful. A lot of the millionaires that we know, they live, breathe, eat, sleep, die by these morning routines. And it's important that first thing in the morning, you make sure that you do something positive for you, whether it's reading something positive, some type of book, listening to something positive, doing some type of exercise, meditation, positive affirmations, whatever the case may be. But remember to give yourself something positive at the beginning of the day. And what that's going to do is kind of set the tone for the rest of your day.
Yes.
Right? So also keep in mind that everyone needs to start evaluating their space in therapy. Your space is an accurate depiction of your mind. So if your space is cluttered, if it's dirty, if it's messy, if it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't feel warm, if it doesn't feel comfy, I'm encouraging everyone to kind of step in and kind of clear the clutter to make sure that, you know, your space feels good. If we're going to be quarantined at home, it has to feel good and we have to feel well, right?
And it has to be comfortable. Yes. Actually, that's one of the
Very
therapies.
comfortable. You don't have to get out of your pajamas, but your space has to be good. It has to feel
Comfortable.
right,
Has to be
right?
comfortable. That's really great, and also that you took that to talk about this, because personally, what I do some of the time, yes, I just wake up and I don't know, like, if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, but I'm trying to do like a personal morning routine. But I have to just to remind when I was working, just to go every day to work. Okay, so I have to go to the office 8 a.m. in the morning. Let me check it out my email, because at the time, I think personally, when you check and you have this like kind of morning routine, you make sure what is the day, because that's the way that you started. You see what is the day, you see this in the morning and this like that. But you know, one of the therapy that I do is just trying to clean my house. You know, I'm like, I cannot go nowhere to buy a new like you picture or you know find any
Amazon
and things like that. But you know what? Let me find that my sewing machine so I can
Yes.
do
So that brings me to my next point. I wanted everyone to kind of use this opportunity to start a positive project. You know, I know for myself, I always wanted more time. You know what I mean? Between work and the commute and just life, I never had enough time. And now I am forced to face myself and deal with me. So I'm asking myself, you know what is it that I didn't have time to do before? What is it that I wanted to partake of or wanted to learn or wanted to do that I didn't have the time to do it before? And now we kind of have the perfect opportunity. So if you want to learn a new language, or if you want to learn a new topic, such as the stock market, this is the perfect time. All the classes are online. If you decide that you wanted to go back to school or you wanted to do some type of continuing education, you can do that. But the point is that throughout this entire situation, we have control, okay? Absolutely. And it's up to us to make sure that we use this opportunity and we use this space in order to make ourselves better and enhance ourselves. You understand? That's
Yes.
the mind frame. We're going to come out of this better, not bitter.
Absolutely, yes. Hersos, I couldn't hear. We couldn't hear you. Can you fix it?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to stay quiet.
We don't want you quiet. We want you to talk. Come on.
I'd like to hear from you about what other services. Care Resource obviously has an incredible resource of community, services throughout Dade and Broward County. Tell us what somebody can do now. Like, I know we've gotten a couple of calls at Unity Coalition because people know that we're partners with Care Resource, asking, well, what do? I don't, I'm afraid to go to the hospital. I'm afraid to go even to my doctor's office right now, but I'm not really sure. Maybe somebody wants to get a COVID test or even just regular, medical services. What can they do? What services does Care Resource have right now that you guys can offer online or via phone?
Okay, well, regarding on that, let me emphasize the telehealth. So we also do teleprep aside from telehealth. So the teleprep, what we actually do is we still assisting patients with the prep services that if they need prep, we're still available for them. So me as a prep navigator and Paul Seleman as well, the prep coordinator for Miami-Dade, we have our own prep hotline number where I can give it to you guys so that we can share it to the patients. So if the patient needs to be on prep or PEP, they actually can call 347-919-8904. That is my hotline number for PrEP. Again, it's 347-919-8904. And for Paul Seleman for Miami-Dade County, that will be 786-322-1503. Again, 786-322-1503. So the client needs to, all they need to do is to call us. And then once that they call us, we're going to assess and we're going to assist them, through the process over the phone. We're going to get information, and if we need to send documents through secured encrypted file so that they can fill it out and they can send it back to us so that we can try to start the process. And then, of course, they need to do the labs and they need to still have an appointment set up for the doctor. So aside from that, we also do the HIV testing. We're still doing that. But this time, they actually made it a bit different. So what we can do if the patient is interested to get tested for HIV, all they need to do is to go to our website, which is www.careresource.org/home testing. And then there's like an instruction there on what they can do. They need to fill out a request. And then the counselor, we're going to get back to them within 24 to 48 hours because they need to give the kit to them so they can do the testing in their, in their houses, in their home.
Let me ask you a couple of questions because there's been so much information, but also so much misinformation out there. And I'm not putting either one of you on the spot as, playing doctor here, but, things like questions that I know have come up to us. I'm on PrEP, therefore I'm okay with COVID. I don't have to worry about catching COVID. I shouldn't go and do blood work right now because it's dangerous to do blood work. I mean, along that direction, do either one of you have any thoughts on that? Any comments?
Well, regarding about it, I've heard some people saying that as well, that once that they're on PrEP, they're actually safe from the virus. Well, actually, there's no report on that yet. There's no facts on if it's really true or not. So it's still like from hearsay from other people, but there's no report yet that it's being, it's true.
Okay, that's perfect. It's very good to know and also inform to the people. I got another question. What about you? You was talking about I know that people that they are in PrEP and also in PrEP, they have to do like 3 months blood test and also to make sure the limits they are correctly. For the people that they're in PrEP right now, you guys are in Care Resources still doing the 3 months checking every time that they have to do the blood test. How you can handle this?
Well, regarding on that one, we actually do the client has their option on where to go. So they have their choice on if they want to go to their own different labs or if they want to do it with Care Resource. We can still accept patients to do labs, but we're trying to limit the patients coming into our office, to avoid contacts and all that. That's why we're trying to do everything. Like, for example, the labs, they can do it in the office, and then they're going to schedule appointment for the doctor through the phone, through telehealth. So like a Zoom meeting. So the doctor will going to talk to them virtually and tell them regarding about the status of the labs and all that. And then they're going to do the prescription right there and then as well through online as well virtually.
Oh, okay. That's really perfect to know. Mika, I have somebody on Instagram that is asking me right now, if I want to get in PrEP, what should I do to get in PrEP with Care Resource?
Okay, so that's a good question. Well, I gave the number earlier. So what I can suggest, they can actually try to call me on the number, the PrEP hotline number that I gave them. Then I will assist them. Once that they call me, I'm going to give them information and we're going to proceed on that one. Before we continue, because I need to give them some documents and then secure encrypted file. So they need to fill that out on their own and then they need to send it back as well through the secured encrypted file software that we have. And then we're going to start from there.
So tell us one more time how they can reach you for that.
Okay, so my laptop just closed. Let me log back in.
That's okay. We all need to check it out.
For any client,
Yes.
For any client who wants to come into Care Resource, you can go ahead and go to the website, www.careresource.org,
Right.
and you can go ahead and do a pre-registration right there on the website. And what that does is that goes to our registration department, and we're able to triage them to whatever department they want to receive services from. They'll be called within 24 hours, and we'll go ahead and get them registered, schedule their appointment, and have them receive services, whether it's via telehealth or whether they can come in.
Tiffany, tell us a little bit. I just one or two more questions for you. I'd like to hear more about just coping with loneliness and coping with not having human contact with other people. You know, some individuals, sadly, were just barely getting by before all of this. You know, and a lot of people have different addictions or different just behavioral issues. And not being able to go even to, let's say, a meeting if you're going to meetings, or just having that interaction is really challenging. So what would be your thoughts on that?
This is going to bring out either the best or the worst in individuals, and if we're already struggling with it, this is going to magnify it. So what we're encouraging everyone to do is that we do have social support groups at Care Resource that clients can partake in. We have substance use groups and regular HIV positive groups or parenting groups, whatever the groups is, we try to provide that. But I want everyone to be mindful that in moments of vulnerability, we tend to do kind of what we're used to doing. And sometimes that can be engaging a negative coping skill, such as reaching out to people who are unhealthy for us or engaging in substance use or things that aren't exactly best for our well-being. I want everyone to be mindful that the same way we're taking care of our physical health by wearing the mask and washing our hands and making sure that we stay safe like that, we also have to take care of our emotional health too. So for individuals who are not healthy for us, please don't reach out to them. Please don't try to pull them back into the present, because what that's going to do is cause issues in our future. And that's what we're trying to avoid. We're just trying to make sure that right now we streamline all the negativity and we streamline all the things that are going to harm us and harm our future. So like I said, Care Resource, we have support groups, but there are other free support groups in the community. We actually have them on our website for individuals to take a part of. I told you about the dance classes and the yoga classes. There are a lot of free resources where people are just offering free classes just so that individuals stay connected. So all of those are up on our website. Go ahead and visit careresource.org and we can get all that information to you.
That's pretty amazing. Thank you so much, ladies. You keep us beautiful. Any more questions, Sosa?
No, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. And Care Resource has always been such an incredible community partner with Unity Coalition. And we certainly look forward to a long and healthy partnership. And we'd love to have both of you back as often as you want. I know that there's a lot of information.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much. Samantha, talk to us a little bit about more about what community resources are out there. Where can people go to find other resources?
Yes, anytime if you need information, as I said, for Spanish and English community can go to unitycoalition.org, or in Spanish, coalicionunida.org, and then you will scroll down until you see community resource, and then you can see all the information, where it's open hospital, where is the information about the last update about COVID-19, what is the upcoming program that Unity Coalition with other nonprofit organizations, also Care Resource, that information they have for is telehealthly, which is they said that is to stay healthy and stay at home and get communication with the doctors and about the different symptoms. So if you want to get more information, go to Unity Coalition or careresource.org o coalicionunida.org. Para toda nuestra comunidad latina en el sur de la Florida, déjenme decirles que Unity Coalition se encuentra trabajando desde el 2002 para toda nuestra comunidad LGBTI del sur de la Florida, y si usted es del sur de la Florida, también será bienvenidos aquí a nuestra gran comunidad. Recuerden que esto ha sido UCTV. Estaremos los lunes, miércoles y viernes, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, 4 p.m. here on Facebook Live. And I want to give you a little quick review and also a little catch up for the next Wednesday, which is gonna be Wednesday 29. We're gonna talk about state and our Florida community. We're gonna be with the amazing men. I can't wait to see all these smart people. I've been waiting for this. So Monday is gonna be awesome, and also Friday UC Got Talents. Remember, this Friday is gonna be Rattle Barf. It's gonna be amazing fashion show. Look at that man, hon, with the high heels. I couldn't wear those high heels, but I'm ready to have one. Everybody remember, this show is sponsored by Gilead and Care Resource. If you want to get more information, remember that Unity Coalition have GoFundMe for coronavirus crisis, for the service community, everybody that lost their job, for the LGBT community. We have a funding. We want your help. Just donate. Help us to help other people. If you cannot donate, just go to your social media and share it. If you couldn't do it, somebody could do it. Sosa, any more information?
Well, now we're gonna just end things on a light note. We're gonna go and show you a live stream of an incredible performance of the Hong Kong Ballet. And if you think you know ballet, you don't know ballet. Wait till you see this. This is pretty impressive.
Yes, I really want to do a ballet, but I wasn't. I couldn't. I was really, really healthy and getting love. So we're gonna watch this. So Sosa, are you ready? The Hong Kong 40 anniversary ballet of Hong Kong.
So that is pretty impressive, right?
That was really amazing. I love it. I want to share with everybody here. So I was planning to be a ballet dancer, but I get fall in love. You see?
Yeah, but you got other talents, girl. You got other talents.
Oh, yeah, I know. Thank you. That's what I'm here. So, everybody, thank you so much. That was UCTV. Monday, remember that we're going to be here on Facebook Live Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, 4 p.m. Just follow website and stay connected with us. Sosa, I love you so much. And thank you, everybody, for watching us. Remember, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, 4 p.m. here on Facebook Live. I'm your host.
Love you, Samantha.
I love you, everybody. I love you.